It's 3 weeks in a row. Finally, we got some.
I'm excited for this game.
Commanders at the Eagles. The Eagles are -3.5. Over/unders 48.5. We're going to give you a same game parlay for this one. G, we'll start with you.
Big divisional game here.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yep.
Big divisional game. What are their records in the division? Do we know?
I think Eagles are they tied now?
Are they tied? This is something we should know.
I know, we're so stupid. They are top. No, Eagles are 7-2. Commanders are 7-3.
Division though. Division record.
Oh, division record is I don't know. Eagles are undefeated in the division, are they not? They beat the Cowboys last week. They beat the Giants. They beat.
NFL.
That's it.
Standings.
The Steelers, by the way, have not played a divisional.
They're both 2-0.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I was just about to say that.
They're both 2-0.
Okay.
So huge divisional game.
Yeah, but the Commanders beat the Giants.
Going to
Twice.
Well, whatever.
Twice.
Oh, really? That was
Divisional
they
game.
Did play twice.
Divisional game.
They did play twice.
What do you like, George?
I like this to be a good game.
Yeah,
this is gonna be fun.
So
definitely like the over in this game.
It is so funny every single week watching the Eagles win and Eagles fans continually being like, "Get Sirianni out of here."
Every week. It's every single week.
I think it's hilarious.
He's just like an idiot.
I don't like him either, but like at the end of the day, you are winning games. You are winning.
Can I bring up a quick side note while you're on Sirianni?
Go ahead.
Did you see his press conference where they were like asking him about like the injury report, and they're like, "What's going on with Hurts? Like, is he hurt?" And then he said something about his ankle was hurt, and they're like, "But it says rest." He goes, "Oh yeah, no, rest." And then it was the most awkward interaction. They're like,
looking.
He's looking at them,
Definitely.
and he's like, "Yeah, no, it was rest. It was rest." They're like, "Is he hurt or not?" Like,
No, he's
on the IR. He's out for 6 weeks. Yeah.
good Shanahan.
But I like the commies here. I don't know how they're 3.5-point dogs. I kind of have this at like 1.5. I think it'd be
Eagles
closer
at home.
than this. 3 and a hook is kind of crazy to me.
I don't think that's wild.
But me in my brain, I think it's closer than this. I think the Commanders have done nothing but prove everyone in the NFL wrong. I think they're a better team than the Eagles. I think they're a better team than the Eagles.
Really?
Yes. And
good.
so I'm gonna take commies plus 3.5 here. I think they win the game. I'm probably gonna bet their money line. And give me the over 48.5. I think it's gonna be a scoring matchup.
I think it's gonna be a scoring game too. What about you, Ron?
I'm gonna go Eagles. I think they're hot. I think they're healthy. I think the Commanders are a good team, a very good team, but they are a little bit on fraud alert. They beat the Bears. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Giants twice. They beat the Browns. That's 5 of their wins right there. They lost to the Ravens.
Close
they
game.
lost to the Buccaneers.
Close game, right?
Pretty close, yeah. They lost to the Buccaneers. They lost to the Steelers. They beat the Bengals earlier in the year, but Bengals were always weird towards the beginning of the year. So they really have beaten up on bad teams. I think they're a good team. I just think that Eagles at home here may try and make a little bit of a statement.
Can we go through who the Eagles have beaten?
That's fair.
You can. Nobody.
Do you have it?
They lost to the Falcons. They lost to the Bucks, who the Commanders also lost to. They beat the Saints by 3. They beat the Browns by 4. They beat the Giants. They beat the Bengals pretty good. That was a big win. But they barely beat the Jaguars. And then they
Packers.
Beat the Cowboys that had Cooper Rush.
Yeah, you're right. They're both a little bit.
That's true, but
they also
Eagles
were missing A.J. Brown.
The Eagles have looked much better, though.
That's football, baby.
Well, I'm just saying.
This is guy up.
Yeah,
A.J.
well,
Brown,
it's healthy
is he
team now.
back?
Yeah,
A.J.
he's
Brown's
back.
All right, over 48.5?
I'm going to take the over, yeah.
I definitely.
Is that a trap? Because that seems like a very good
It's
bet.
a big trap. Yeah, it's the biggest trap of
It
all
seems
time.
lowish.
Right?
Like 50.5.
Commanders' defense has improved drastically ever since I talked about how shit they were a couple of weeks ago. And but Lattimore is inactive again.
I'm going to take the Commanders plus 3.5, only because I think I want to root for a close game more so than I think the Commanders are going to cover. Does that make sense? I think it's a close game. It could be a field goal game. I agree with you.
The hook is big.
The hook is huge. I don't think the 3.5 is that wild though, because the Eagles are home.
Yeah.
So they figured that means that the Eagles would be getting the Commanders would be getting a half a point even at home. Which
I don't think that's
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but Philly's a tough place to
I
play.
think it'd be like a 1.5 this game is what I would think of it as.
No, I think it's right.
I
I think
think
maybe 1 point lower. I would meet in the middle, about -2.5. I think would be the sweet spot.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm going to take the Commanders because I'm rooting for a good game here. And I think it could be close either way. I think this, and I definitely think I like the over 48.5. Yeah, it's absolutely a trap. This game could end up being like 17-14. But
have most of their games gone over? They must, right?
they both score points.
Commanders are averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah.
And the Eagles must have been over the last 4 weeks, right?
Eagles got to be averaging a lot too.
They're on fire.
Yeah.
28, 37, 28, 34.
Right, so I'm going to take the over 48.5. I'm going to take the
Eagles are
Commanders
averaging
plus
26.
Shit defenses, but
Let's craft the same game parlay for this game.
Oh, right now.
We are 2-0 on Thursday nights, same game parlays.
yeah,
2
we
weeks in a row.
need to keep these Thursday nights going.
So
Let's do a first touchdown scorer.
Here we go.
No,
Can we also talk
I'm
about
just kidding.
the Commanders have only not scored in 3 quarters this entire year.
Yeah, that is crazy.
3 quarters. The first quarter of the entire year. Then last week against the Steelers, they didn't score in the 4th quarter. And then some other random quarter when they were up big. I think against... No, some other random quarter. They've only not scored in 3 quarters. That's insane.
That's pretty bananas.
That's insane that they're just consistently scoring at a high level like that.
That
But
is.
just last year, they were abysmal. Jaden Daniels, what Cliff Kingsbury is doing is absolutely incredible.
They changed everything about the team.
Absolutely incredible.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
It's a brand new team.
And I love Riverboat Ron, but I think it was time for him to get out.
Yeah, he was also in the
horrible.
middle of the shit too.
Well, he didn't have any talent. I mean, there was no talent.
Yeah, what do you
That
mean?
poor guy, as much as I love that guy, he was with the Panthers, he was with the fucking, it's like there's no
He brought the Panthers to the Super Bowl, did he not?
Was
he
that
the
coach with
Yeah.
Cam Newton?
Yeah, right?
Do
Yeah.
want to point out.
With talent, I'm saying. But
Yeah.
like,
Kind of.
how many years ago was
No,
it?
right? Well, yeah.
Do want to point out, let's go back to the Bears. Fired
Okay.
their OC.
Okay.
Just real quick. Fired their OC. Obviously, they have an interim right now. Eberflus is horrible.
Eberflus.
Some guy down in USC right now isn't having that great of a year. Guy named Lincoln Riley, who coached Caleb Williams in college. I could see him doing like a Cliff Kingsbury, how he's now at the Commanders, either becoming the Bears OC next year or even becoming the Bears head coach, because he's out at USC.
Good idea.
Yeah,
He's out at USC.
Actually,
I
they
could
gave
see
him
him
a
making
house,
the
a
move.
private jet.
Dude, his perks at USC,
Unbelievable.
he is living his life. But
That's a good point. I, like that a
can
lot,
see
yeah.
that happening, either become the OC or even just become the head coach, because
You think he'd be willing
can't
to
keep
take an OC
Eberflus.
job there after being?
I think so. Because
Yeah, right?
if he ultimately wants to be head coach in the NFL,
Yeah, you're gonna go there.
yeah. And if they have like a good relationship, him and Caleb, like,
I
I mean, also he was out with Oklahoma. He was at Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams were at Oklahoma together. Then Lincoln Riley goes to USC, brings Caleb with him, and they clearly are close. He's been coaching for 3-4
definitely.
years. So I could see that happening. You heard it here first, folks.
There you go.
Lincoln Riley to the Bears.
I forgot he was on Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's craft the same game now. So just while you guys were talking, I just threw a couple things in. Scary Terry 40+, Saquon 70+ rushing, and Jalen Hurts 225 passing and rushing combined is already at plus 137.
70+ rushing and only plus 137.
With Scary Terry plus 40+ and Hurts
What's his normal
Wait, what did you say? 70+ what?
rushing?
for Saquon.
I don't love that.
I don't love it either.
All right, take it out.
So over/under is 92.5. That's crazy. I
It's
think I
He's
like.
only had under that twice.
It's 22 yards difference.
Wow, that's crazy that he has that
23.
much. Oh my god. Washington's better against the run than they are against the
92.5.
pass. I'm kind of all about the AJ Brown props here, I think.
I
Just-
love AJ Brown.
That's fine. It just scares me a little bit with his first game back.
No, it's not his first game.
He's
He
been
played
back
last
to-
He
week.
played last week?
Yeah.
I thought he played the week
How'd he
before
do?
too.
He was good. He's great.
Did he not play the week before too?
You might be right.
So if you do
Let's play the last 5 games.
He's played 5 straight weeks. What are we talking about? Yeah.
He was out 6 weeks.
I was gonna say, because my dad has him in fantasy, I was like, he's been back.
To be fair, I actually didn't think it was 5 straight games either.
He's had one.
I knew it wasn't.
Does
He's
it
had-
seem like he was just out? Like
No. He's had
Whatever.
116 first game back, 89, 84. He did have 36 in the game against Jacksonville, but then 109 again last
All right,
week.
so we're not doing reception over the yards.
so 60+ is minus 265.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so him 60
See,
plus.
the -2 range, to put a couple of those in, I like that. It's like when it gets like -440 or it's like close to where...
Do you think Jalen Hurts throws and rushes for 225 plus?
That should be good.
Should be fine, right?
Yeah. I like Scary Terry 50 plus -184.
I thought so too, right?
I think that's good value.
Wait, Hurts rushing...
I think I put 40 plus in.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Who, Hurts rushing or the Scary Terry?
No, the Hurts together for 225. How much is it? -260?
Yeah, it was -260. So Scary Terry 40 plus, Hurts 225 plus passing and throwing and rushing. I'm sorry, and Brown 60 plus is plus 117 only.
That's fine.
Wait, Jalen Hurts passing and rushing. What is it?
225 plus.
225 plus.
That one's a little heavy.
What about 250 plus?
so?
No, I'd rather be low.
Because you got to imagine he's going to get 10, 15 yards rushing. He's going to get fucking 4 yards.
And 40 yards for
pushes.
McLaurin is -295. Yeah, that's a perfect.
Do you want to do
number.
40 or 50 for McLaurin?
I'm fine with the 40. I want to keep it. I like the -200 range for like the alt line. Makes it feel like it's more of like a done deal kind of situation.
McLaurin's only gone under 50 3 times all year. Two of them were the first 2
So let's keep
weeks
it
of
at
the
40
year.
just to be safe, though. Just to be safe. Because
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%.
And then
Saquon 2 receptions
one more?
is -220, which is interesting. But
Is
I'd like to only have 4 legs, ideally, if we need a fifth to get it up.
I like 4. I like to limit them as
4
much as
too.
possible.
Look at this.
Saquon?
I think I like Zach Ertz in this game.
Why? Because you traded him away.
No, I just think he's been an underrated tight end this year. Like his over/under's 34.5.
Dallas Goedert's going to play.
He doesn't have an alt
Did
line.
Goddard end up playing?
Oh, he does have an alt line. Ertz 25 plus -220.
Yeah. I mean, he's at under at 1, 2, 3 times only. Eagles are 3rd ranked against.
I feel like
fantasy
I feel like
tight ends.
Saquon's rushing has to be a conversation in this. I mean,
Yeah,
It's just the bar is so high though.
It is too high.
yeah, but look what he's done. I mean, what has he rushed for the last fucking?
See, like 70 yards feels like a lot.
I mean,
I don't love it.
92.5 is his over under. Is Vegas off by 23
Yeah,
yards?
he's projected for 97. It looks like on ESPN.
Project this. That means nothing.
I mean, what happens?
I mean,
put
if
in
you add
60?
60 plus, it's 178 against him,
And then you put in one more leg.
which is 5 legs, which
I don't care about the like. I don't care about.
that's also heavy on the Eagles. To be fair, that's 3 players.
I would go 3 and 2, or
What about
we can go 2.
what about Dallas Goedert?
You know, he's a little bit hit or miss because like he's.
25 plus is -205.
Nah, I ain't touching that.
No.
He only had 3 targets last week. One happened to be like a touchdown that was like 20 yards. So
Noah Brown 25 plus is -260.
I'm not touching that guy. All right.
Who else is in fucking Washington? It's basically.
Oh wait, what's Jaden Daniels rushing?
That's probably not a bad look.
Does he have like 25 plus?
He does -430.
That sucks.
It moves the needle to 175.
40 plus. He's had over 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
That moves it a
6.
lot, but that's a scary number.
That's a scary line.
I mean, his passing and rushing, I would consider.
I mean, if
I
you
like
do,
that.
if you do Saquon 60 and Jaden Daniels 25, it's plus 250, and that's like the perfect sweet spot.
What is it?
Saquon 60 rushing yards and Jaden Daniels 25 rushing yards with McLaurin 40 receiving
Oh,
yards.
if you add both.
Yeah, so it's 5 total, but it gets you to 250.
Now, if you only add,
I'd rather have two lower alt lines than one that's like closer to like where it could teeter.
if you add 225 for Jaden Daniels as well, passing and rushing, it gets only to 158. But if you add 250, it gets up to 191.
I'm at 251.
For what?
AJ Brown 60 receiving, Hurts 225 passing and rushing, McLaurin 40 receiving, Saquon 60 rushing, Daniels 25 rushing.
But the 25 rushing, if we replace that with Jaden Daniels 225 passing rushing, it's at 231. I think I like that better and get rid of the
Can you say it again?
plus
Sorry.
20 juice.
Can you say it again?
AJ Brown 60 alt, Jalen Hurts 225, McLaurin 40 plus, Saquon 60 plus, and then Jaden Daniels 225 plus.
That's 5 legs.
I think I'd rather the Jaden Daniels 225 plus than Jaden Daniels 25 rushing.
Yes,
Yeah.
agree.
It's weird that
It's 231 versus 251.
Yeah, that's fine.
We lose 20 points, but
That's Saquon
That's
rushing
nothing.
60 plus.
yeah.
So
To be fair, he's had
231 you
over
got?
25 rushing in every game except last game.
So 231 you got.
231.
So Jalen Hurts and
What about
Jaden
225
Daniels.
plus? Has he had that in every single game?
probably he must have.
Yeah, for sure.
So Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels to rush and throw for 225 plus.
225.
Yeah.
AJ Brown 60 plus, McLaurin 40 plus, and Saquon 60 plus.
Yeah,
rushing.
that's it. That's it.
I like that.
That's it.
I like
Is
that.
there a boost on this?
I'm
There
sure-
hasn't been
sure
boost
there's
lately.
boost.
There's usually there's
They've been
Thursday.
changing the Thursday boost to live bets.
Yeah, but Thursday is normally a no sweat same game.
Yeah, they haven't been giving it.
They give it every week.
So do we like this?
I didn't have it last week.
I like this.
It's because you're a degenerate gambler.
I like this.
Yeah, live bets. 30% on live bets.
Yeah, they do that a lot now.
Stupid.
So I think that's our final same game parlay for Thursday Night Football. We have Jalen Hurts 225 plus rushing and passing. Jaden Daniels 225 plus passing and rushing. AJ Brown 60 plus receiving. Terry McLaurin 40 plus receiving, and Saquon 60 plus rushing.
Bang.
I like that.
Love it.
It's 5 legs, but you know what? 2 in a row on Thursday Night Football. Let's keep it rolling.
No, this
I
would be
like this.
this
This
would
is
be
fun.
3 in a row
This is a
Thursday
good
night
one.
football.
It will be 3 in a row.
We've
Three in a
hit
row.
2 in a row. is
Yes.
my point. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it. Sold.
Lock it
Done.
in.
Should we
Lock
put it in
it
right
in.
now? I'm
Bang.
gonna put it in right now.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in right now.
Oh, I want to take...
Okay, let's move on. Let's rattle through these picks.
Rattle.
Bounce back week. The Jags are at the Lions. Lions are 13.5 point favorites. Over unders 46.5. Ron, we're on you.
No, 13 and a half?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Is Trevor Lawrence out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what a ridiculous.
I like the over. Over 46 and a half. I don't even know if I have much to say about this game. I feel like when the spread's this high,
I hate it.
you take Detroit.
You take Detroit.
You take Detroit. I feel like when it's like hovering between like 7 to 10, it goes either way. When it's this high in a game like this, people are afraid to take the high points, and I think Detroit will do this.
I think Detroit beats the fuck out of them. I really do. I think that it was a close game last week. Jared Goff kind of played like shit.
Yep. Give me Lions minus 13.5, over 46.5. St. Brown scored in, 7 straight games? 6 straight
Yeah,
games
he's
or
been on
something like
fire.
Unbelievable. I'm with you. I'm doing the exact same thing. Lions minus 13.5 and over 46.5.
It's fine.
13.5 might be a trap. That's a lot of points, but they should win this game by 21. I mean, the Jags. The only scary part is like maybe Mac Jones comes in and plays better than Trevor Lawrence, but
Dude, they look...
Trevor Lawrence
Vikings-
looked like dog water
the
this
Vikings
entire
played
year.
them-
right. So like, is
so
it
badly.
is it a momentum thing? Like, you know?
Dude, they had less than 200 total yards offense against the Vikings last week. The
Did
Vikings,
they?
Sam Darnold just happened to throw 3 interceptions in the fucking red zone pretty
zone.
much.
Yeah. By the way,
Like,
They scored 7
He's
points
back.
last week, the Jags.
yeah.
he's back.
He's back.
He's back.
Oh, you're losing confidence.
It took you 9 weeks.
How could you not?
It took you 9 weeks for him to like
Listen, we're still winning, and you win on your bad day. That's good.
win. I'm happy that you guys are still winning.
But you're right.
He couldn't hide forever.
What is he doing though? I mean, to be fair, I watched
Just horrible decisions.
4
with the football.
interceptions. 2 were terrible. 2 were just bad luck. And also the one that
He had 3
hit the
interceptions.
ground. 3 interceptions. I'm
3
sorry.
interceptions.
2 were kind of iffy.
All
One
3
was
were, all 3 were
completely
bad. The one
Wait,
probably
didn't he have
should-
4?
I'm looking at the box score now.
Did he have a fumble?
3 bad decisions. The third
Maybe.
interception probably could have been overturned.
The one to Jefferson towards the back of the end, like the front of the end zone, I guess. That was terrible.
That bad.
The one bounced off the guy and went to the guy, and went to the defender. That's not his fault. It is what it
I don't
is.
fully remember that.
The one in the end zone wasn't like terrible. It also wasn't an interception. How did they overturn that?
I don't formally watch it. Like I don't really.
I
I
sent
didn't remember that.
Are you guys out of your fucking mind? I sent you the video because I was losing my mind over it. You didn't see this?
I was 10 rounds deep with pneumonia this week. I didn't watch like any football. Thank God it was Notre Dame's bye week.
What?
I almost
late
want
in
you to
bed.
put it on the screen. That's how. Oh, hang on.
We're not doing that.
Don't.
We're not doing
I was
that.
just kidding.
No, you weren't.
What do you like, George?
I like the Lions,
We might have changed G's mind.
but I got to make up games somewhere.
Oh, don't do it like that. You got to play the way you're playing.
You got to just try to get. You got to try to win. You can't like try to make up games.
I know, but I don't hate the points here.
Honestly, the 13.5 is a scary number to look at.
The Lions are scoring 31.5 points a game. Like, if they put up, like, just 28 points, they're going to cover.
They had a bad game last week and won, which
They're
is
gonna
stupid.
cover.
Can the Jags score like 14 points?
No, it's 14-10, maybe, but I don't know about 14. Give me the Lions minus 13.
31-17.
Okay.
And the over. The over is a lock.
I like the over a lot. I think the Lions could score 40 points.
I don't know why I'm taking. I'm gonna be kicking myself. The Jags are gonna cover.
Take the Jags.
No, I like the Lions. I like the Lions.
I did this with the Jags last week against the Vikings, and honestly, it was kind of a bullshit cover. I rode with you guys in the Vikings.
It was.
Which I'm happy I
Our
did.
Wednesday line was the line, but they didn't cover the regular line.
No, yeah. That's why I tail us early, folks, because lines change.
That got me to 5-0 in the sure things because we got it early.
Yep.
True.
Okay,
all three of us agreed, by the way.
we owe you a shotgun. That's what that means.
Oh no.
G just convinced me to open this to enjoy it.
Well, you can enjoy it after we shotgun because it's just fine. It's just
Ball.
You ready?
Throw it, slugger.
It's a weird way to do it.
Get in there.
I almost just opened this.
It's because you're an idiot.
Muscle
Wait, we're doing it
memory.
right now?
Okay.
Is it recording?
All right, we're already shotgunning the second game in.
Every week we end up shotgunning the second game win.
I feel like.
Oh my God, you're right.
Every single week.
Yeah, you're right.
It is.
I wonder what our record is in the second game.
Probably over.
Over.
Probably over.
I started off so good last week, and then it fell apart so fast. We did so bad in the pick-a-mazer. We had 5 right.
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm disgusted.
We're like 5 back from
I'm
first
disgusted.
now.
We both did good on spreads in this, so it just doesn't even add up.
I know. We can't try and hedge it there.
No, we can't. We got to stop.
Like, that was stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get my thingy under this.
My fingers hurt.
What the fuck?
Well, now your back's gonna hurt. Because you just got lawn duty.
Ben Stiller's in the new one. Did you see that?
Is he?
Yeah.
They were filming at the driving range around the corner of my house 2 weeks ago.
They were filming. Yeah, they filmed at
In
Montclair
Hackettstown.
Golf Club right by me.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheers
Would you look at that?
to the Lions.
Would you look at that?
Lions
Would you look at it?
Oh, it's so cold.
Oh my God.
Woo! Three for three.
I almost threw the full one.
3 for 3.
Oh, thanks for.
I'm like Dikembe Mutombo down in the paint, just getting those boards,
R.I.P.
cleaning them up.
All right.
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brain cancer. That's a crazy one.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Packers are at the Bears. The Bears are plus 5.5. Over unders 40.5. It is on me.
This is a tough one too.
It is.
I don't think so.
Shouldn't be.
I don't think it's tough at all.
Just we've been.
I know
Listen.
you guys don't think it's tough. I'm taking the Bears plus 5.5.
Well, 2 weeks in a row we've been riding the change of coach and it's been hitting.
I'm
Not
taking
for the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears plus 5.5. I'm gonna find myself in another week of taking the over.
Last 3 weeks, the Bears have scored 15 points, 9 points, 3 points.
You know what I'm
They're
gonna do? I'm gonna
horrible.
hedge my Bears bet with the under 40.5.
The Packers are going to score 14 points and cover.
Bears plus 5.5.
Horrible.
Under 40.5. Go ahead, George.
I'm taking Packers minus 5.5. I'm taking the under 40.5 because I have no confidence in the Bears to score. None.
Ah, shit.
Even if the game ends 20-14, Packers cover and the under hits.
Yeah.
I just have no confidence. I don't think the Bears are going to score 2 touchdowns. I think they'll score a touchdown and a field goal. They'll probably score 10 points, maybe 13. They're just so bad. They can't get anything done on offense.
Bears and under. Book it. What do you like, Ron?
I'm going to go... Shit. I'm going Packers minus 5.5. I think that will continue. But I think Chicago will score something.
I thought that last week.
They scored 3 against the Patriots.
40.5 is enough to suck me into the over here.
It's so low.
I mean, the Packers games have been, let's see. Last game was under, but besides that, 57, 46, 47, 43, 60. I'm taking the over. Give me the fucking over.
Okay.
I think that the Packers are going to have... Oh, shit, man. I don't know if it's going to be over. Give me the over. Fuck it.
We'll do live.
The Rams are
I don't even want to talk about that game anymore.
No, it's disgusting. The Rams are at the Patriots. The Patriots are plus 4.5. The over-under is 43.5. We are up to you, George.
This is a weird one.
This is a weird one.
Yep.
Is 4.5 seem like...
Generous?
I don't know. I think it seems too low.
Yeah, generous to the Patriots.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of figured this would be like a 6.5 pointer, and I'm just spewing numbers here.
They're
like
away.
I'm just guessing
They're
when I
away.
say that.
You're allowed to do that.
But
You're allowed
like
to
to
do
me
that.
in my brain, like this is a 6.5 point game. That being said, I'm gonna take the Rams minus 4.5 because I think they're getting a couple points.
Shit.
And I'll take the under 43.5. I just don't think there's gonna be a lot of scoring in this game.
I'm going to ride with the Rams as well. I think they're pissed about last week. What
That
an
too.
ugly game.
That was an
Ugly
atrocious game.
Yep.
I thought we had no chance on our parlay at the beginning of the game because it was so slow and just mistake
It was a
after
disgusting
mistake.
game.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was like 50.5 was the over-under. I thought that was still going to hit. Honestly, until halftime, what was it, like 7? Was it 10-7 at halftime?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Whatever it was at halftime, I
10-6,
still
yeah.
thought the 50.5 was going to hit. I'm waiting for it to pick up,
Just never did.
Never did.
Yeah, give me the Rams minus 4.5. 43.5.
I feel like that line's gonna move come kickoff. I
Yeah.
feel like it'll go up to 5.5.
Watch us early, folks.
I'll go under with you as well because I feel like I'm due for an under.
Nice. It's on you, Andrew.
This is gonna be
I just
20
worry.
to 13.
I just worry that the Rams could come out ridiculously hot and put up 35 points.
Yeah, I mean I feel like the Patriots have a way to keep games like low scoring.
I agree. Yeah, they have. I just pulled up the Patriots' last few games.
Rams have only scored more than 30 points once.
Against the Vikings.
Well, but they haven't. Half their team was their whole receiving core was out.
It's true.
Yeah. No doubt.
But like the Patriots, it was 19-3 last week. It was 20-17 the week before that. It was 25-22 against the Jets. 32-16 they got beat up by the Jags. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the Patriots are good for 21 points, which makes me want to take the under.
Baby.
But this game could get weird.
It's gonna be a weird one.
I don't like this game.
I don't like it either.
I mean, the Patriots could win this game, man.
No, I don't think they can.
I'm going to take the Rams minus 4.5, but I'm going to take the over 43.5 because you know what? Fuck it. That's why. Okay.
I don't think the Patriots can win that game.
I think the Rams might blow their doors off.
Excuse me. It's a 10 a.m. game for Los Angeles. Cross country.
Alternate spread Rams minus 9.5. Book it.
Okay. The Browns are at the Saints, and I'm happy to announce this is our dog shit game of the week.
Yeah.
The Browns are getting
Easy.
a 1.5. Over under is 44.5. We are up to Ronnie.
I don't think Browns or Saints fans are gonna watch this game.
This is so
disgusting.
bad.
This is a bad game.
It's a bad performance of football.
Yeah.
Saints had a bounce back game. I think I won't say love, but I like the Browns plus 1.5.
Did you see that coming?
I did.
Famous Jameis.
I did see that coming.
Ugh.
Give me the Browns. Give me the under 44.5. Back-to-back unders. Yeah. I mean, I don't have much to say about this game. I think that Rizzy had a little, division game, home team getting points last week. They won. R-I-Z-Z-O. And give me the Browns. Give me the Browns. Nick Chubb's going to rush this game to death.
Can I just tell you what I saw the other day? I don't know if it's
You saw him have a stroke after the game, Rizzy?
What was that?
I don't know.
I thought he was fighting the player.
I felt bad, but I was laughing. I was like, what is that?
I thought he was fighting the player.
Fine, but
I know.
Was he overly excited?
I don't know what happened.
He clogged the toilet.
He clogged the toilet pregame. I was just about to say this. He clogged the toilet
for him.
In the locker room, coach's locker room, when he got to the stadium and thought, this is going to be a crappy day.
Which is crazy, because if
Is that
I'm
right?
clogging the toilet, I'm
Great
like,
day.
No, it's not.
I'm going to have a good day today.
I'm fucking nerve-wracking.
No. Because after you have that dump, you feel phenomenal.
Do it once a day.
You feel phenomenal.
I think he does it once a
Clogging
day.
the toilet is the worst feeling in the world.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I
You're
love
gonna
it.
call somebody in if it doesn't go down. It's
But
like
listen, it's in the coaches. It's in the coaches' locker room in a professional football team's locker room.
Who are you embarrassed about?
It's not like at your girlfriend in high school's house.
it's a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah, but you call a guy and you blame it on the defensive coordinator and you move on.
Sometimes even DoorDash a plunger to the house.
Sometimes you got to do it. I just think that
He's from Jersey.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. That a boy.
R-I-Z-Z-O.
I am actually I'm gonna take the Saints here, and I'm gonna take the over 44 and a half.
That's gross. That's gross.
I don't believe in the Browns. I mean,
You believe in
Jameis
the
came
Saints?
out, and
This
that
is
was-
a famous Jameis game.
It's got famous Jameis written all over it.
It's a revenge game.
350 yards,
It's a revenge
3
game.
touchdowns.
It's 42 interceptions.
It's fine.
It's coming.
Because Derek Carr is going to throw 43.
Honestly, I'm worried about the under more than I am the Browns.
I'm taking the over 44 and a half, and I'm taking the Saints minus 1.5 at home. And I don't care what you guys say, because I'm my own person. What do you like, George?
Riding with you, Ron. Taking the Browns plus 1.5. Taking the under. Saints, I don't know. They're the weirdest team in football ever.
They don't make any sense.
It makes no sense. And you see, like, all the receivers coming out. They're saying some suspect stuff about, like, Derek Carr and everything.
Yeah.
The locker room's a mess,
It's a mess.
with the Saints. It really is a mess.
Yeah, and everything's golden in Cleveland. What are we talking about here?
It is with
People
famous
hover
Jameis,
around
baby.
famous Jameis. They like him.
What have the
I'd
Browns
run
done?
through a brick wall
What
for
have the
that
Browns
guy.
done since
What do you say? The W, you gotta eat it.
What did they do last week? They lost to the
They sat on their
Chargers.
couch. They had a
lost
bye
to the
week last
Chargers
week.
bad.
Then they beat the Ravens the week
That was his
before,
week.
baby.
That was his first week back, though. So it's a momentum thing.
Bounce back week.
Yeah, I think this is.
Browns written all over it.
Yeah.
They win outright. They win big. Big.
Okay, we'll bounce back to this. Ron, I think we're on you. No, you
Ironically.
just went.
I hope not.
You just went. So it's on me. The Vikings are at the Titans. Titans are getting 5.5 at home. Over under 39.5.
Jesus.
That's
It's
crazy.
a low line.
That's a low line.
You got to take the Vikings minus 5.5. But this is another one of those. I had this conversation with the Jags last week. This is another weird game that the Vikings could lose.
It's back-to-back weird games for the Vikings. So they're just shooting themselves in the foot constantly.
So
We're good.
I think I
17%.
have to take the Vikings minus 5.5.
Deep breath.
I guess I'm going to take the under 39.5 only because I don't think the Titans could score 14 points.
Will Levis going to throw 3 interceptions.
I don't know. I'm going to take the Vikings minus 5.5 and the under 39.5.
Okay.
And I don't really like either of those, to be brutally honest with you.
I'll let you go last, Ron.
Okay.
Definitely taking the Vikings here. I love the Vikings minus 5.5 here. I think they bounce back, and I think they beat up on the Titans.
Could just be a weird game. Like last week was a weird game.
It's
though,
so-
to be fair, are they gonna have
It
two
wasn't-
weird games in a row?
It would be 3 because the Colts game was weird
the
too.
Colts game.
It's
Was
so
awful.
weird. The line
I
is
say
so
this about the Vikings every week. To be fair,
close. I mean, 5.5 close, but it's closer than what and the over under is only 39.5.
Yeah.
So like Vegas is saying like the Vikings aren't gonna score.
right?
Right. They're
Which
like
is
looking
weird
for
to
like what? 21-10, 21-17.
21-14.
21-17.
I'm sorry, 21.
21-17.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not covering though.
But it could. But people are gonna ride
Yeah.
the Vikings.
Fair. Yeah.
But like, okay, 21-16.
Yeah.
But either way, I think the Vikings are going to come out and I think they're going to score. I think they probably put up 3 or 4 touchdowns. They might put up 30 points. That being said, I'm taking the over 39.5 I think the Vikings come out.
The under was coming there.
I think they look good. I think the Titans, I don't know, probably score 10, 14 points. But the Vikings are going to put up points this game, and give me the over.
Yeah,
Lowest over-under of the week, by the way, this game. The only one in the 30s.
Wow.
Yeah, Vegas is wavering on
The
Darnold.
Steelers have a bye?
Steelers, Ravens, 48.5. Steelers offense has been on fire.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I love that game.
That's the highest over-under, by the way. So the game you thought was lowest over was the highest.
That's the highest over.
Turn your brain
Bills
on.
Chiefs? What's the Bills Chiefs over under?
Bills Chiefs is 46.5.
I might have just found my sure thing of the week.
I do like that.
I might have just found my sure thing of the week.
I do like that.
What do you like, Ron?
I'm gonna go
Ron's
Vikings.
chomping at the bit right
I know.
now to talk about
I
the
wouldn't
Vikings.
normally just keep picking them, but these are shit games that they should be winning.
Yeah,
I mean,
big though. They should be winning big.
Yes. You got to come out.
to be fair, they covered against the Colts. They covered on Wednesday against the Jaguars.
Covering.
So they are covering still. They're just like they're shit all
they
fucking
covered
game.
scoring 12 points.
Can you imagine? Dude, they had
That's so bad.
3 times the amount of yards. But they just kept. Darnold's got to figure it out. I can't deal with this.
Uh-oh.
You can't hide forever.
I mean,
He's
they're-
wavering on Darney.
I've been saying it since week 1. He cannot hide forever.
Wavering on Darney. 17 interceptions, 17 touchdowns, 10 interceptions now.
Yeah, he's the most turnovers in the league.
He has the most turnovers in the league.
Is that right?
Really?
Pretty sure, yeah.
When? Did
That sounds
3 in a week.
Like
hurts.
90% sure.
Yeah.
90%.
How about Jared Goff having, 1 the whole year and then 5 in 1 week?
Goff took his MVP odds and just threw it in the trash.
Yeah, but that's
I know.
okay.
He
Just
dropped
done.
dramatically.
But to
No,
be
he's
fair, Goff doesn't care. He'd rather win games.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's Lamar's Jackson's trophy to lose anyway.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Sam
he's gonna
Darnold
get it.
leads the league in.
How many turnovers?
He has 10 interceptions and how many fumbles? 3. 10
fumbles.
10 and 3.
Whoa.
Kirk Cousins isn't far behind him, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
Classic Vikings QBs.
To 39.5.
I will take the over. Yeah, I think the Vikings. I think that they should come out and score.
I think they have a game.
Yeah,
I think they have a game.
I think
so
this.
too.
I mean, I know that I wanted them to do it last week. I wanted them to do it against the Colts. I mean, to be fair, they ended up getting handedly over the Colts there. Defense looks fucking good.
Well, that's what worries me about the over. Honestly, I think so here's the thing. Even if
39's low enough.
Even if the Vikings put up 27, like are the fucking Titans good?
This is
enough for
31-13. 31-13 final score.
Okay. All right.
Lock it in.
Next, we have the Colts at the Jets. The Jets are so dead to me. They're so bad.
Are you like past the point of being mad or no?
No, I was definitely mad on Sunday.
Yeah, I could tell.
What are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Like,
They stink.
they have to go to Arizona, which is fine, but how do you just get completely annihilated?
Yeah, it wasn't even close. It was just a miserable game.
The whole game.
Yeah.
The Cards drove right down the fucking field the whole game. The Jets had no offense to speak of.
And yeah, you can't just score 6 points at the same time, too.
Is Sauce do you think Sauce stinks right now?
I think Sauce
You're pretty
stinks.
critical on him.
He hasn't been good.
Nothing is going with
He's grabbing a lot.
Yeah,
Every
he does.
play
He's grabbing
Yes.
a lot.
He holds every play.
Yeah. Granted, his first 2 years in the league, he was out of his mind.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing with cornerbacks, though.
It happens all the time.
That's
Yeah.
why Darrell Reeves is
talked
Yeah,
about
you
this
said this
before.
last time.
1 year
too, yeah.
contracts, just betting on himself
Yeah.
and just locking up
I
one
feel
side
like
of the field.
this always happens. You're great, and then once you're not as good, you start holding and doing
Every
pass
play.
interference.
I mean, it's every play he's holding. He's grabbing guys. It's every play.
I mean, everything is besides quarterback. That's the toughest job on the field. They're the best athletes. They have to do everything a wide receiver
I'd argue
does.
it's harder.
Not even knowing.
I'd argue it's a
It might
harder
be.
position.
It
Yeah,
might be.
I think
Being a
it's-
cornerback is so difficult.
Yeah.
And the prime
They're
of
the
a
most
wide
athletic
receiver
people.
is so much longer than a cornerback because
Yeah.
you constantly have to.
And the
go against
receiver
that
knows
guy.
the route
Yeah.
they're running. They know how many steps they need to
You're
take.
at such a disadvantage as a cornerback.
Corners,
it's the hardest
The
position.
most athletic players on the field are cornerbacks.
The Jets they just kill me. I don't know what to do. I don't even know whose pick is. I think it's on you, George.
No, we want you to go. I think.
On me?
I'm going last because I'm going to throw up in my mouth. The Colts
I'll go.
are at the Jets. The Jets are -3.5, which is hilarious. The over/under is 43.5.
The Jets were, geez,
Sure
thing of the
thing.
week.
Talk about a total 180.
You know what's bad? You asked if you could take the Vikings with me, and I said no.
I know. I didn't love it either, though.
It's on me now.
I didn't love it either, though.
Jody texted me, and he's like talking about the podcast.
Shout out, Jody.
And then I was like, well, G picked the Jets as the short thing. He said, oh, that makes it so much fucking worse. I know we're going to lose. Because as soon as he saw we all picked the Jets, he goes, Benson, Connor, and Kyler Murray will combine for 3 rushing touchdowns, which they did.
They did. They looked so bad. It's on you, G. It's 3.5. The Jets are giving points, which is crazy. And it's
Every
43.5.
single week they're giving points.
Anthony Richardson is back. Flacco is back on the bench after a couple early turnovers last week and just not looking too great. I don't know.
Vegas must be cleaning up on the Jets because
They are.
I'm probably going to take the Jets again.
I'm taking the Colts plus 3.5. I have no faith in the Jets in anything that they do. Their defense, their offense, nothing. Colts, Anthony Richardson, I don't know. He might have a little revenge tour this week. He might be pissed.
I don't know if
I'm pissed.
Also, he might just not have the attitude because he tapped out of the game, which is crazy.
he was
I can't
tired.
believe that.
He was tired on 3rd down in the divisional game. Get me out, coach.
This
Lie.
This poor coach.
Lie in the post-game interview, dude.
Lie,
The fact that you think it's just okay to be like, yeah, I was tired.
Do you think that?
What are we doing?
Do you think this is totally made up? But do you think that putting Flacco in was like kind of like
You can't do
teaching
that.
him a lesson?
Yeah, you
like,
can't do
yeah,
that.
you can't be like that.
I think it was a little combination of both. He was playing horribly. He had a 40% completion rate. And then that on top of
Wanted
it.
to check that Flacco magic, see if it was back.
Yeah, plus they were winning with Flacco, and Flacco looked good. He just happened to not look good when he came back
Well,
in.
that's what happens with these guys that come in for a little while. I told you Gardner Minshew, and you're like, don't compare him to Gardner Minshew. But it was like when Minshew would come in as a
can't.
backup,
You
he
can't.
would have a great game, and then he would
Gardner
suck.
Minshew,
Difference is
Joe
Flacco's had
Flacco
a
was a
full
perennial
career.
starter
That's
for
all
12
right. I'm not comparing
years.
their careers. I'm saying
That's exactly what you were doing.
no. What are you talking
You were
about?
comparing the two
I was talking
quarterbacks.
about a backup quarterback like that. That's like competent, comes in, they have a great game,
Yeah, but it's not
and then
like-
they
it's not
the
fall
same.
off.
But it's not like that.
That's not
because
the same.
Joe Flacco and Gardner Minshew.
Joe Flacco
like
was
that
never
are
a
two
backup
totally-
quarterback.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew was
He
a
was
career
last year, and he
backup
did great.
quarterback.
All right.
Career backup
43.5. I don't want to talk
Give me the under 43.5. I just think no one's going to score in this game.
Yeah. What do you like, Ron?
I'm gonna take the Jets. Give me the Jets. I don't know.
Settle.
How many weeks have they been a favorite?
Maybe like 4.
Okay. Are you guys not understanding this, or are you just being mean? I don't want to talk about this game. I don't want to talk about this game. I want you to pick your
Jets
picks.
were favored last week.
You gotta be numb.
Jets were favored against Houston.
I'm not numb because they still give you hope.
Patriots.
They come out and beat the shit out of the Texans.
They were against the
in every aspect of
Steelers.
the game.
It's so crazy that Jet fans still feel hope, even though they're like
5 weeks.
3 wins.
You know what? Hope is not the right word, but it's like you see the light. You see the light. They beat the fuck out
The
of
light is heaven.
They beat the Texans.
Yeah, they're dead. They're dead.
They beat the Texans
Go
in
towards the
every
light,
aspect
Andrew.
of the game. And the Texans are a serious contender. And like,
I don't know. Texas have gotten a little shaky.
They
but
was
everybody's hurt.
entire
Everybody's
year.
hurt. Nico
They
Collins, I think,
fall
is coming
apart
back.
second half.
Yeah, they're not.
All right.
Everybody's hurt.
I won't get off track because I don't want AJ to throw a fucking fit here.
I'm not throwing a fit. I'm gonna throw up. I'm literally gonna throw
I'll
up.
take the Jets minus 3.5 because I don't think Richardson's good enough, and I will take the under 43.5 because I don't think Anthony Richardson's good enough. I think he will be okay at a certain point. It's not now.
Probably not.
I think he'll figure it out. I
don't think
he's,
so.
I don't know.
You don't think
He's
so?
talented.
You've gone back and forth with him, though, no?
I thought it was crazy to waste a top whatever pick on him.
You did say that.
That was nuts. The first few weeks this year, he had a couple good long balls. It was like, okay, maybe he's starting to figure it out throwing the ball. Because
Well, that's his thing. He
he's a
runs or
freight
throws the
train
ball,
when but he can't. He has to be smart. He has to go down. He just has to go down. Cam Newton was talking about this. He's like, dude, you're the franchise. Just go down, be smart. Yeah. There is times when you got to lower your shoulder on 3rd down, 4th down, and you got to do that. But it's not worth taking the extra hit for an extra yard and a half.
No, yeah.
Got to go down.
I thought he would have learned that last year when he was looking really good those first few weeks, and then he got hurt.
He was looking good the start of the year.
Last year. Well,
last
this year too.
No, last
No,
year he
even-
looked better than he did
Yes,
this
it's
year.
true.
Yeah.
Remember that one long ball he had at the start of the year?
Yeah,
It was
he's
like
got
the
a good deep
longest
ball.
air yardage.
That's all he has, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he just
got a
swing
cannon.
that thing. He's got a
Shane Steichen's in a bad spot. I just butchered
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
No, you got that.
You got there slowly, but I think that, and it's not like he doesn't have talent around him. Like between Josh
They have a great
Downs
team.
and Pittman, you got Jonathan Taylor running the ball
And a good line.
There's
Well,
talent.
Nelson out
Yeah.
there.
You see what Kellen Moore said? He was just like, no one's working hard.
Yeah.
They
He
do
came out and
look like
said
they
that.
don't care.
It's like for a vet to say that, and then the next day he doubled down on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
They do
that's
look like they don't
crazy.
care.
That
You
is.
can't. It's like, who's the leader in that locker room?
I'm
Moore, a cornerback?
I'm taking the under 43 and a half.
Quentin Nelson?
I'm taking the under 43.
Right.
Third, fourth year guy, offensive, a guard?
Can I talk?
No, but that's a good question. I wonder who the leader
There's
is.
no leader in the
There is
locker
no
room.
leader.
It would. Be
That's
Joe,
why
it
he
would
wanted
be
to go to
Joe
Flacco to
It
try
would
and
be
get that
Joe
leadership
Yeah.
going.
Would be Joe Flacco.
Which Joe
I
Flacco's
think
a
he's
guy.
going to be a decent coach, kind of. But this is like a bad look right now.
Yeah.
But he's also like scrambling. He's like,
what do you
I
do?
don't know what the fuck to do. Because the team's not bad enough to just punt everything.
Yes.
But they're also not good enough.
I also think that I agree with you. I think Anthony Richardson does actually figure it out as a quarterback in the NFL.
Next year,
I
maybe.
do. I think he figures
2
it out.
years.
I think he's a glorified Tim Tebow. He can run better, but he throws the exact same.
No, he doesn't throw. What?
He is just as accurate as Tim Tebow.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? That's fair.
He can't throw the
I
ball.
wanted to argue with you, but I can't.
He has a stronger arm than
Tim
Tim
Well, he's got a
Tebow,
10 times stronger arm.
but he can't throw it accurately.
Maybe he'll be a great player for the Mets one day. Or
Cash
tight
money
end.
records.
Four.
Yeah.
I'm taking the under
And
43
Ron drove
and
a
a
Range
half.
Rover here.
You should take a lot of time to go through this one.
Under 43 and a half, and I'm going to take the Jets minus 3.5. You want to know why? I'll give you my explanation if you'd like it.
Because if you took the Colts plus 3.5 and the Jets won by like 4, you'd be kicking yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather just be let down. Like they're going to lose this game if they don't cover 3.5, right? Like they're not going to win by 1. I don't think. Like they're not going to win a close game.
I don't think they lose this game.
So I'd rather get my heart broken in 2 different ways, losing this pick and the Jets losing, or
Yeah.
they win and they cover 3.5. If they win the game, I don't think, or if they lose the game, I'm sorry.
I think Adams scores this game.
Who?
Adams.
I don't even care.
Oh.
I'm taking the Jets minus 3.5
Adams.
and the under 43.5. Let's move on. Raiders are at the
Now
Dolphins.
let's stay on it for a little while.
Raiders are at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are minus 7 in this game. 44.5 is the over/under. Coming up to you, Ron.
This had a chance for dog shit as well, I guess. But
I don't.
I hate
I
this
think I was
one.
the only one on the Dolphins last week.
I hate this.
I think I've taken every favorite besides the Browns, who was barely an underdog. And fuck. I think the Dolphins are going to figure. So Tua did not look too hot against the Rams.
Well, granted, that game, just no one looked
It's a
good.
weird game.
Yeah, that's true.
weird
See, like this is a game where Miami can click it on and turn, blow them
Click it
out.
on and
The
turn it
Raiders
on.
are another
Click
weird
'em on and turn
fucking
it
team.
on.
The Dolphins are a weird team, but the Raiders are a weird team.
I don't really want to pick this game.
Can we skip this game?
44.5, which is like the perfect number to not it's basically, do you think it's going to be a dog shit game, or do you think Dolphins are going to have one of those blow up games? I think Hill is not very healthy.
You think something's going on with him?
Well, he said the wrist is a problem.
Well, excuse me.
Oh, you think it was from the handcuffs?
But he's doing WWE moves.
Was that not a little bizarre that he blamed it on that?
Did he? I was
Yes.
making a joke.
Yes.
He's doing.
You didn't hear that?
Wait, he blamed the arrest.
That's ridiculous.
You were joking?
I was literally joking.
As soon as the game started,
I didn't know this.
they said he had a wrist injury, and they're like, yeah, well, he said it was aggravated when he was arrested. And then he went on to have a great game week 1, right after he was arrested, but now it's bad.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I think he's trying to poke at something. I don't know. He just probably wants to make it a big deal when it wasn't, I guess, maybe?
It is.
He wanted to make a little story.
Please. That has nothing to do with
No, it was
that.
2 weeks later when that happened, right?
No, that was before week 1.
That happened
It was
2
on the way
months-
to week 1.
That happened over 2 months ago.
But I'm saying that
The arrest.
him saying his wrist hurt
Was this week.
was way later.
Yeah, yes.
That happened
yes,
2.5 months ago.
Yes, he's like, yeah, well, I've been dealing. It's like, what do you mean you've been dealing with this?
Come on.
I don't like that.
That's
Either way,
outrageous.
the Dolphins are home against the Raiders.
Let's do it.
Raiders are getting 7, 44.5.
I really, really want to take the Dolphins, but I don't want to
I
take
forgot the Raiders beat the Ravens.
Did they?
The Raiders beat the Ravens in week 2.
I think 7 points is too.
Wait, I think they announced Minshew as the starter.
Minshew played in that game. Threw for 276 and a touchdown.
They just endorsed Gardner Minshew as quarterback against the Dolphins. Didn't they bring up some shit about possibly putting in Desmond Ridder?
Shut up.
No, I thought I just heard that.
No.
But I know they...
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, so Ridder will be the backup. AOC is not the backup, but
Who?
Gardner Minshew.
I thought she's in D.C. somewhere. Tramping around.
Jesus Christ.
I meant to say throng.
No, you didn't.
Don't get political.
Um,
All right,
do a political
you want me to pick this? Because I really don't want to.
you have to.
Your turn.
I'll take the Dolphins money line at minus 335. Dolphins. Fuck it.
I was the only one on the Fins last week. I think they were due to win one of those games. As bad as that game was, the Dolphins, I think, looked significantly better than the Rams.
Yeah, they know 100%.
And they won the game. So
I think I'm going against everything that I think will actually happen here. Give me the Raiders +7 and the under 44.5.
Okay.
Wow, that's gonna be so bad.
Raiders.
This is gonna be a Dolphins blowout game.
It might be.
I'm gonna take the over/under. I think I like the Dolphins a lot, -7.
Despise this pick.
But the 44.5 is such a weird line. Like,
It's perfect.
This game could be
It's perfect.
27-21.
Perfect. Not perfect.
No, it's not perfect.
Not for your under.
That's half an hour.
I'm going to take the Dolphins -7 and the over 44.5 because who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
What do you like, Jay?
Give me the Raiders +7. Give me the over 44.5.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
So we're all over the place here.
It's a free for all.
I
You
hate
know
this
what's
game.
crazy? If I didn't do what
Hate
I
this
just
game.
did, I would have gone the complete opposite on both. And would have gone with what you went. I have no confidence in this game at all.
I don't
Don't
either.
bet this game.
It's a weird game. Yeah.
Or maybe sometimes these are the games that you do bet.
It's so true.
It's fair.
Last 1 o'clock game, it's a good one. The Ravens are at the Steelers. Ravens are -3. Over/under is 48.5. And I believe we're on me.
Me, baby. Me.
This is going to be fun.
It's a good game.
Hey.
This should be a primetime
The
game.
Steelers are good. And I think Russell Wilson has found the perfect spot that he possibly could have gone to.
Steelers they have unlocked something offensively with Russell Wilson. He has completely done a 180
Pickens.
from Broncos.
They have a good coach.
Dude,
That's
his
what it
deep
is. It's
ball,
100% what it
his
is.
deep ball's back from what it was.
Yeah,
helps
he's
to
got
have
the
the
boom ball
It
back.
helps to have George Pickens.
He
where
has
you just throw the ball to the sky.
That's
so-
the perfect person to have.
He has so much confidence in George Pickens
he
to
should.
go up and make a play in one-on-one coverage, and Pickens makes them. He's one of the best receivers in one-on-one coverage in the NFL.
contested balls, he's sick.
He is
I watch him,
unbelievable.
And until the ball is actually caught from George Pickens, I'm like, oh, this is an interception. This is another interception. This is another interception. And then he catches it. You're like, what the fuck?
He's hilariously aggressive. Have you seen him tackle people for no reason?
Yeah.
Last week, the way he can go out and get to the ball in the air and high point it is unbelievable. He really is
You know who was like that for a little while?
really good at it.
Allen Robinson.
Hey, Rob? I'm
He had
taking,
a run.
I'm
He had a
taking
little bit of a run. He had a year or two.
I'm taking the Ravens -3 in this game. I think the Steelers are due for a loss, and I think the Ravens are like a real test. Even though it's in Pittsburgh, I think the Ravens come out hot in this
Pittsburgh?
game. Ravens -3, over 48.5. I like the over a lot, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Me? Do?
Who's next?
George.
Who goes?
Georgie.
Who's next?
Yeah, this will be a good one. I wish this was the primetime game instead of Bengals Chargers, even though that sounds like a good game. But I want to sit down and I want to watch this game.
This should be a prime
Yeah,
time
this should
game.
be a fun game.
It's not even at 4 o'clock.
No, it's a
Rivalry
1 o'clock game.
like this, yeah.
Yeah, even a 4 o'clock game at least.
Yeah, at least you got like 3 games to look at.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a close game throughout. I think it'll be back and forth.
I agree. I think if the Ravens cover, I don't think it's by much.
I think it'll be a good game. I think Ravens score late to either extend their lead or cover and win. So,
I'm sorry to cut you off.
go ahead.
Last week the
all about you.
Ravens had the Bengals. I said on this last week's episode, the Ravens are going to drive down the field and score late to cover the 6.5, which is exactly what happened. And I said the Ravens would have a big defensive stop. They did not.
They did not.
The Ravens, to be fair, a couple of them were. I mean, I think the Bengals got like 40+ yards on penalties on that last drive.
Do you go for 2? if you're the
Absolutely.
Bengals?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yes.
I think that's the right move.
I do.
I think it's
Away, you have momentum. I think so.
If you're at home, I think
We've
you
seen
send
it
to
2 other times this year where you didn't go for 2, went into overtime, and the other team won
Yeah.
on the coin toss.
Yeah.
It's 50-50.
It's a tough call, but I
So
think you do.
I go for 2 there, especially you have Joe Burrow.
But I almost hit it exactly. I said the Ravens would go down with less than 2 minutes, they'd score a touchdown, and then they'd get a big defensive stop, except they...
But you didn't.
Couple PIs.
What are the odds, though? Do you have a better chance of getting a 2-point or a better chance of getting the coin?
Check the analytics.
Well, I mean, obviously it depends team to team, but I would imagine the Bengals' success rate on 2-point conversions is higher than 50%. I bet it's around 60-ish something.
Overall chance of getting 2-point conversion between 40 and 55%. So, yeah, it's very close.
It's a tough one.
You should
If
look at the
are
Bengals
home-
over the last, 3 years.
If the Bengals are home, then it's absolutely you send it to overtime.
Yeah, that's different. Away environment, you just marched down the
maybe,
field,
yeah.
you scored,
Well,
have them, backs against the wall.
Flags.
They scored, though, either way.
They did. Flags, though.
I'm taking the chance to get 3 yards over the coin toss.
So what do you like? You like the Steelers?
So what are your 2 picks here?
I took Ravens -3, and then I'm going to take the under 48.5. Why? I don't know. I think it's a high number. So I'm just going to take the under.
Okay.
I'm going Steelers.
I don't think that's crazy, but
I don't think it is
I know
either.
that it seems like
I think this will be a good game.
The Ravens are a powerhouse. They are like the team that can easily cover that spread. I think there's a very good chance of this just tying at 3.
Balmy Blazer?
A 3-point last second field goal.
Yeah. I think the team that has the ball last is going to win.
Yeah.
yes.
I think the Steelers are no fucking joke. I think the Steelers are like a sneaky team that could be a real problem in the playoffs.
I think the Steelers can make a Super Bowl run.
I agree with you.
Crazy thing to
I
say.
didn't want to say it.
I think they can make a Super
That
Bowl
was
run.
going to be the bold prediction there.
Yes, I think they can.
I do, yeah.
I think
You have the defense, the coach, and now you have the quarterback that
You-
can possibly do it. He's
you-
been there before. He has he has everything around him right now to make that work.
You
Does
have.
have a ring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
got.
he's got
He should have 2.
Beat the
Well,
piss. Yeah, he
yeah.
should have 2.
But
Don't throw the ball. Give the ball.
no doubt. And I hate saying you should have 2, but
Marshawn.
Give the ball.
they went from the last 4 years. They were a great team. They were a good team that had a great defense, but never had a quarterback. So
Yes.
it's they can,
Yes, that's true.
they can go 10-7, make the playoffs,
And-
maybe win a game, probably not.
And you have Mike Tomlin.
And you have Mike Tomlin.
This is Tomlin's
But
perfect
now-
recipe.
Yeah.
They have completely did a 180 offensively, going from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson. They've unlocked Russell Wilson. They've unlocked George Pickens. Now they might have unlocked Mike Will.
That's
Mike
a nice
Will
little thing
made
to
it.
add, yeah.
Mike Will made it.
I think
Will.
Pat
He made
Fryer's
it last
gets
week.
in the end zone.
So, so
You like that
I
parlay?
legitimately think they can make a Super Bowl run. And this is the first time I've said that about the Steelers since Seven was quarterback, maybe 8 years
Well,
ago.
this is the first time they've had a competent quarterback.
That's what I'm
since
saying.
that.
Yeah. He
When
has
did- when
completely
did they win
changed
the
this
Super
team.
Bowl? What year was that? 10? 9?
Santonio
Nah,
Holmes?
they've been to more recent Super Bowl than that.
2011? No, 2011 was the Packers, I believe. 2010?
So they have 2 rings with Ben. 08
No, it
and
wasn't, yeah.
12?
I don't know. Whatever. Give me the Steelers. I think they're hot. I think they're gonna.
2009.
I think that they can win this game. I think they
They have
will
2
win this
with
game.
them.
Plus 152 money line.
06 and 09.
I'm gonna go with you, G. I'm gonna go under 48.5. I think this is gonna be a dogfight.
I think it is going to be a dogfight, yeah.
This is gonna be a good game. I
I'm
wish.
excited about this game.
It's just so stupid that it's at 1 o'clock. I would like to sit down and watch this game.
I might sit down and watch this game by itself.
No, I'm gonna watch the Vikings have a close game against Tennessee for no goddamn reason.
I'm going to watch
but-
Notre Dame roll Virginia on Saturday.
I will, instead of having Red Zone and that, I may have, on my laptop this going, or I can't do the multi-view, honestly. I can't have 2 games going like that. It's too much.
You don't know what to do. Well,
If the Vikings are playing, there should
keep
be
up with Scott Hansen.
Scotty's got it.
there
No,
should
but
be
if I'm watching the
nothing
Vikings
else
game,
on your
yeah,
TV.
no, it's the Vikings are on.
Okay, we're in the 4 o'clock slate. The Seahawks are at the Niners.
That game's gonna be so much fun. That's good football there. That's
Yes,
that's
that's
great
good.
playoff
That's what we
games.
want. Good
Yeah,
football.
that's what we want.
Seahawks Niners.
I think that game is either going to go way over or way under.
Who? Steelers Ravens.
Yes, I agree.
know?
Yeah.
Steelers Ravens.
Steelers Ravens.
Yeah.
I think it's either going to be
Yeah, it might be a hard-nosed game that ends like.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be close to the
14-10.
over.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
it's going to be 28-25.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
It'll go either way.
4 o'clock slate, we have the Seahawks at the Niners. The Niners are -6.5, and the over/under is 48.5. We are up to you, Ronnie.
Yeah. Damn, that's a little bit of a higher. You know what?
Niners are back.
Niners are back, although they didn't have a great game last game. But I think they will here. I think the Niners will cover this -6.5. Give me the Niners -6.5. Give me the over 48.5. There will be scoring with the Niners. I think we'll pull ahead late in the game with McCaffrey. They eased him back in.
I like the over 48.5. The 6.5 is kind of a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
I'm hung up on that.
I mean, the Niners are home, but do Seahawks cover spreads?
Kind of. I wonder what they are.
They do. What are they ATS? I like the 48.5. I think both teams score. Although I love the Niners and the Bucks over last week.
Wait, they
That was
played
my
already?
shit pick.
They played 36-24. Seahawks lost. That was at home.
Yes, that's 60
Ah,
points.
fuck.
So that's 60 points.
Nah, you know what?
60 points in 12.
I
They
think the
covered
Niners
12.
will do it again.
All right, I'll ride with you, Ron.
Yeah?
Niners -6.5 over 48.5. I love the over.
Oh.
I didn't crack it.
Yeah, I'll take the -6.5.
Yeah. It's.
That's a scary line, though.
What's their record recently, I wonder?
That's a scary line, but I'll ride with you. The Niners -6.5 over 48.5. And I imagine from the you like the same.
No.
This line
Real
scared
quick,
me.
I'm sorry. Niners have pretty much blown them out the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account.
7
What in my bank account?
And
last,
it's in San Fran.
Last 7 games they've
in
blown
San
them
Fran
out.
too. In San Fran.
Which is all that's the team they have right now.
Okay.
I had a tough time picking this one.
It's a tough game.
6.5 is like the perfect line.
It is, yeah.
It's the perfect
Yeah.
line. Seahawks,
Imagine
they
it
can.
was 7.5.
I'm taking Seahawks at 7.5.
I think I would too. That's
Mark
so
my
stupid.
words.
No, it's not.
Mark my words.
Yes, it is.
It's a big point.
This will
big
go to
point.
7 before kickoff.
It might.
Is it moving yet?
It
like,
might.
is it a -1?
-112.
Okay.
Seahawks can just come out and score.
They can.
They can come out and score, but I think the Niners are so back with CMC in the backfield.
Yeah.
He didn't find pay dirt last week, but they had a lot of dump offs to him. They utilized him a lot in the run. He was on the field essentially.
What?
Dump.
I think he was on the field for every snap besides like 5.
Yeah,
He-
talking about easing him back in.
So-
Yeah, I said ease him back in, but I think he'll get more
he didn't
carries.
rush the ball.
Yes.
He didn't lose a step.
How many? What do you have? 6 catches?
No.
He
He
didn't
had a
lose-
lot. He had a
didn't
lot of
lose
dump
step.
offs.
He did not lose a step.
He's so good.
He's going to score 2 touchdowns this week. 2. 2, count them 2.
Is that up?
Yeah, probably plus 250.
Yeah, touchdowns aren't up here. Oh, DraftKings probably has a touchdown.
So yeah, give me Niners -6.5. Give me the over 48.5. Niners are going to come out. They're going to score. Seahawks are going to score too, but they're not going to be able to keep up with the Niners. Niners are going to win this game by 14.
That's
I
the same
agree.
page.
It's going to be a question of keeping up.
That's the same page.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to keep up.
That's the
Same page? We're all on the over there too?
You want to hit it now or later?
Right now.
Right now. Ball me, Blazer. Blazer. Laser.
Pull it, run. No, you grab it yourself. Weird.
He showed it to you.
Excuse me. So we do this in my home. And G decides to open my garage door and spit.
That was bizarre.
In
I
my
can't believe you
garage.
think that was normal.
I spit in my garage all the time.
It's your garage. You do what you want.
Your
Your
gym is in your garage.
Yeah.
You spit on the gym floor?
Yeah, well, I wear shoes in my garage.
Well, what if AJ's in a pinch and he goes out barefoot?
I
He's
do
gonna
it all
skip
the
a near
time.
fucking loogie?
I do it all the time. Got to take out the recycling. I got to grab something from the workbench. Whatever it may be.
If you were going to be so offended, I would have spit outside. I didn't think you would have been so offended by it.
I'm extremely offended by it.
It was just hilarious. You open the
You're
door.
not going to do anything about it.
Next time I'm at your house, I'm going into your garage and on
And I'm
your
gonna
bench.
shit. I'm gonna shit right in your floor.
I'm gonna take a dump where you drop your.
Oh, yeah, that's the same. That's the same.
May as well be.
You have no class.
Give me the thing.
You have the thing.
I don't have the thing.
You have a sump pump? Can we go piss in it?
I hate that. It should be saved.
You wanted to disagree with me for no reason. I saw it.
No, I didn't.
I don't think we should. What are you guys doing on Sunday? Dewey had asked if we wanted to hang out to watch the game, so I'm down for that. He said something about Tommy's Tavern having good deals, or we can just go to my house if you want. Set the deck. It's going to be like 60-something out. I got a little heater now, too.
I would rather do anything than go to your house on a Sunday.
I'd have to agree with that, yeah. I'd have to agree with that.
Verona? What, do I want to get mugged?
All right, this is to the...
Don't give it up.
This is to the Niners and over. Cheers.
Wait! Just kidding, go.
I'm not ready.
Whoa, I housed that one.
I'll put one over my... What? Oh.
5 for 5. Every time Ron comes here, he ruins this house a little bit more.
Spit in your garage.
By this dartboard, Ron has more darts in my wall than in the dartboard.
I bet y'all get a bullseye right now.
I bet you will. Okay.
Our dart team stinks so bad.
Well, it's because me and AJ aren't on it.
I got AJ on. I asked if you wanted it.
The Falcons are at the Broncos. The Broncos are -2.5. The over-under is 44.5.
There's so much beer over here.
That's from AJ's, to be fair.
I don't buy it. Falcons at the Broncos. Falcons are getting 2.5.
It's probably your fucking loogie.
No, that's beer. I saw it splash when he threw it. That's why I made that joke. I swear to God.
I'll relax.
Okay. The Falcons are at the Broncos.
That didn't help at all.
Falcons are +2.5. Over-under is 44.5. I think I know my sure thing of the week. It is on me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know what you're doing.
I'm taking the Falcons +2.5 without question.
Is this a trap?
Yeah, it's a trap.
Trap.
The Broncos are, I hate to admit it, they're under the radar.
They are. They've turned it around.
Fuck the Broncos. I don't buy them at all.
Bo Nix is piecing it together. Sean Payton's got them humming a little bit.
Does.
I just think that the Falcons getting points here is bananas.
I agree.
To be really honest with you. The Falcons +2.5. The 44.5 is tricky because like the Broncos could get stopped, but I'm taking the over. I think that the Falcons score a lot of points. I think the Broncos are good for 14 to 17 points.
14.
Maybe even more. I think this might turn into a sneaky little shootout, but I definitely like the Falcons +2.5. I don't really give a shit. I mean, if they were -2.5, I'd take the Falcons here.
I think I agree with you, yeah.
But yeah, give me the Falcons with the points over 44.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go Falcons +2.5 as well. That is surprising. This is like a perfect pick-em, I feel like. Bo Nix is good.
He's better than average.
Did you not hear me?
He plays football
He's
in
better
a
than
pretty
average.
good way.
He's better than average. He's
Well, listen. When you're in college,
Climbing.
For 45 years,
How'd you get up there?
excuse me, Bo Nix is pretty good. When he's in college for 35 years, he can develop.
All right, that has nothing to do
I mean, it's a completely different level, though.
But he had 14 years to develop. I mean, realistically,
Yeah,
how many
but
years
you're
was he in
seeing-
college 6, 7,
6 or 7. I think
Schmevin,
6.
I think.
50-55.
But
So
it's
many
a completely
years.
different level at
No, it is.
The professional level.
And I slept on the Broncos a lot. I thought they were going to come out and be a dog.
I agree. I've slept on them
But
as well.
they
1,000. I
they
think
look-
everyone slept on
They
them.
look
Yeah.
They look pretty good. But
Yeah.
either way, the Falcons coming off a loss, right?
That is correct.
I don't care that they're in Denver. I just think that them getting points here is pretty ridiculous. I mean, obviously the 2.5 means that they figure. If
You don't care they're in the Mile High City?
No, Kirk Cousins lives.
The
high
oxygen's
altitudes.
thin up there,
He
though.
loves high altitudes.
I love the Falcons. +2.5.
44.5. That's the tricky one here.
Yeah. Give me the over. Give me the over.
I think so too. What do you like, George?
Both of these teams are trending in different directions. Broncos are trending up. Falcons are trending down.
Did they lose two?
Falcons are trending down.
Falcons lost 1 week.
Falcons are trending down. They have not looked
talking
They
good.
about-
lost a weird one to the
They
Saints.
are trending down.
How?
They're trending down.
How?
They haven't looked good these last couple weeks.
I don't buy that at all.
They lost one game.
They lost to the Saints. They're horrible.
Yeah, but in New Orleans, this is and
to be fair, they got blown up by Seattle a few weeks ago too.
Nah,
the Saints stink.
3 weeks ago, 4
The
weeks
Saints
ago.
stink.
Nah, I don't buy that at all. I don't think the Falcons.
The Saints were that weird game that we knew was going to happen. I can't fault the Falcons there.
I think
We
I
knew
was
it was going to be a weird
I was
bullshit
on the
game.
Saints.
I think they're
Yeah, so was I.
I think the Falcons haven't looked as good as they looked at the start of the season. I think they're trending down. That being said, give me the Falcons plus 2.5.
Fucking suck us in.
Give me the Falcons plus 2.5. They're gonna come out and they're gonna win this game.
Is it going to be over?
And give me the over.
Oh,
They're gonna score, baby.
Another.
They're gonna score.
I enjoyed the first one.
Hot
I'm
take.
not
I had you in the
enjoying
first half. Not gonna lie.
I got one for you. Whatever the Falcons like minus 2.5, maybe, if I may, minus 6.5 alt line.
I'm with you.
I think Falcons win the game.
Big.
They might cover 6.5.
I think they might.
I think there's a couple underdogs you can parlay money line wise that could make a nice bet.
Falcons.
I think the Falcons. I think the Steelers. You guys weren't on it, but I say Vikings. I'm not Vikings.
hate that.
Falcons.
Colts.
that.
Colts
Steelers.
is the other one.
Yeah, Colts is the other one.
Colts are 3.5
The
dogs.
Jets stink.
I think the
I
Colts.
won't touch that. I don't want to touch anything that has to do with the Jets.
I got
I
another
want
one
to take
for
it,
you.
but
I got another one for you. You guys are gonna hate.
you're gonna say the Patriots. I hate it.
Nope.
The Browns. Browns Saints.
Browns.
Browns are dogs too.
The Bears.
I knew you were gonna say
That's crazy.
I know.
Stop it.
I know it's disgusting.
Stop
but-
it.
All right, we owe you a shotgun. Let's keep
Commanders, to be
rattling through
fair,
this.
plus
Thomas?
168.
This is another exciting game.
Won't take it,
Too.
The 425 game. The Chiefs are at the Bills. Bills are minus 2.5. Over unders 42.5. Honestly, if somebody had a gun to my head and said you can only watch one game in the 1 o'clock slate, one game in the 4 o'clock slate, it's the Steelers and the Ravens. And
What a predicament that'd be. You can watch one game in the 1 o'clock slate.
Happens to me every week.
And one game in the 4 o'clock slate.
Some guy knocks on my door every fucking week and he says it, and I said, "Get out of here."
That's quite the
And
predicament.
he leaves.
That's
But
quite the
one day
predicament.
he might bust through the door.
He might pull the trigger one of these
might.
days. Look out.
The Bills.
I'm definitely watching this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
can't
might
wait to
only
lose all my
watch
1
this
o'clock bets and say I'm going to make it back on this.
Ravens Steelers should be the primetime game, but this is the game of the week.
Yeah, so
This is the game of the
Bills at the Chiefs. Or I'm sorry, the Chiefs at the Bills. Bills are minus 2.5. 46.5 is the over under. We're on me, I think, right? Or no, we were just on me. George, we're on you.
Talk about the Bills facing their big, bad rivals, the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
And guess what? You know who's not a rival to the Chiefs? Baby brother Bills. They don't care about the Bills.
They don't care about anybody.
The Bills traded away their pick to draft a guy by the names of Patrick Mahomes. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And Xavier Worthy.
I was just going to say that. This year, Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy might go for 120 this week. Just for Andy
because.
Reid to just step on their throats a little bit more. I just think the Chiefs are the Bills' kryptonite. They are. And the Chiefs just think of them as a little brother. And the Chiefs are going to come out here. They're going to win. They're going to cover. Give me the Chiefs plus 2.5. Give me the over 46.5. It will be back and forth this game, as it always is. But guess what? 60 minutes are going to expire, and the Chiefs are going to be 10-0.
I think the 46.5 here is low.
I think it's low, too.
I love the over in this game.
I
What
love
do you
the
like,
over.
Brian?
I love the over. I'm such a sucker. Give me the Bills.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
I think Josh Allen's got the dog in him. I think they're I also think that this is the most team-oriented Bills teams we've seen.
Which
with
is crazy
Josh
to
Allen.
say because
You thought
the
they were-
start of
yeah.
this year, this was like, oh, this is a Bills rebuild year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to rebuild this year. They still have Josh Allen. They just need 1 year to like get it back right.
Right, but this supports them being a team sport. Like,
They lost Jordan Poyer. They lost the other safety. Their defense wasn't going to be as Hyde.
Hugh.
Micah Hyde.
Micah Hyde.
Hugh Janus.
They lost them. They lost a lot of receivers.
Is Milano back?
This
The cookie? The cookie never left. The cookie's been here the whole time.
Pepperidge Farms, remember?
The cookie's been here the
They
whole
opened
time.
Milano's practice window. I mean, to be honest with you, the Bills are, they are weird, honestly. But They got to win one of these. And
Chiefs are going to chief.
I have to tell you.
No, I think they win this one because it's regular season. Unfortunately, if this game's in the postseason, they lose it.
I agree. I'm all in on the Bills minus 2.5 this week. I think I love the Bills minus.
Pick me your sure thing.
I love it. Nope, I have my other sure thing. I love the over 46.5. Honestly, that might be.
Oh yeah, should I take the over?
That's my first.
I want the over 46.
So Bills minus 2.5, over 46.5. Ronnie and I are on the same page. The Chiefs and G has the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I want the Bills to win so bad.
Me too. I think it's a combination of the
I think
Bills.
G's right, but
I agree. But I think the Chiefs are due to lose one of these games.
They just don't.
I know they don't, but they haven't deserved to win all of these games. And I think against the
That's
Bills,
crazy to say they don't deserve to win these games.
They haven't been playing great football.
They haven't, but they win games.
By the way, did you also make a trade for Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
did, yeah. That was smart.
Was that a? I think he figures it out at the end of the season and starts going.
No, it's a C.J. Stroud isn't going to figure it out thing. So I traded away C.J. Stroud for Mahomes.
I think
Kelsey's on a roll.
I just think that the Bills.
Yeah, he's back.
I just think that the Bills figure it out, and I agree with you. If this was a postseason game, I'm all in on the Chiefs, but.
I can see
Chiefs getting points. Andy Reid's got this slammed on the blackboard. Underdogs in Buffalo.
Yeah, but the Bills have this slammed on the blackboard.
You talked about the Chiefs, the Chiefs' schedule moving forward, and they could win out except for this game.
This is the only game they're going to be dogs in.
I like the Bills minus 2.5 and the over 46.
This is 100% the only game, yeah.
Which brings us
honestly kind of crazy they are.
Sunday Night Football.
I've been waiting all day.
I almost have a hot take for the Bills game. I could see them, if they get going, they could win that game big. That's crazy to say. I think they could do it.
Stop it.
I don't know.
And then I think they'll get blown out in the postseason.
I love the Bills, but I don't love that.
10 points. Minus
Chiefs by 10. Chiefs by 10.
Sunday Night Football, I've been waiting all day for it. I've been waiting all day.
For
Sunday
night.
What?
What'd you say?
Chemistry.
What? It's like you knew what I was going to...
Just like that. The Bengals are at the Chargers. The Chargers are minus 1.5. The over-under is 47.5. We are in you, George.
Just going through the Ravens-Steelers game, then the Chiefs-Bills game, and then getting to this game for primetime, it's like...
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Although, listen, the Chargers are
Chargers have turned it on.
They're back.
Chargers have turned it
Jim
on.
Harbaugh is awesome.
Bengals have turned it on.
I love this guy.
G doesn't. He spent some time in Michigan. And he cheated. He's a big cheater.
As if Notre Dame had a chance.
It's a Fugazi. It doesn't matter.
What do you like?
It literally doesn't matter if Notre Dame had a chance or not.
Why is it Fugazi? Because
cheaters always win.
They knew all the plays that other teams were running.
Was Belichick's Super Bowl bullshit when he had
That is not the same. Deflategate? You're comparing Deflategate to knowing plays?
The Patriots also got.
It was
The Patriots also scored 42 points and rushed for 450 yards.
The Patriots also got pitched for looking at other teams' plays.
If you look at Jim Harbaugh's record, if you look at his record before Connor Stallions, and then look at his record after Connor Stallions, it's like a flip of a switch happens.
Why do they got to bring pizza into this?
I had nothing to do with it.
What did Za ever do to
Nothing.
Pizza has never done anything but make people happy.
That's it.
Just make people happy.
Why do they got to bring pizza into this?
You don't like... All right.
Za for life.
Do you think Jim Harbaugh's a good coach?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
What do you think? I think it's funny. I think he's a good... But that national... It's the Astros World Series. The Astros need to be stripped of that World Series.
I hate the Astros. I don't hate Jim.
They absolutely need to be stripped. The fact that they knew the pitch is coming and were just banging on
That's different.
trash cans.
You got one guy against one guy. You got
I'd argue
11 against 11.
Fugazi.
Can I just say?
The Yankees won 3 games in that postseason against the Astros.
Can I just
they won
say?
the 3 games at home at Yankee Stadium. The Astros swept them at home. You know why?
Fuck the Astros.
They knew the pitch was coming.
Can I just
They
say,
knew the pitch was coming.
Can I just
It's the
say,
same thing.
If you can cheat and get away with it during.
Well, they didn't get away with it. It came out during that national championship run.
They didn't take away the ring.
It came out during that national championship run.
It's Barry Bonds getting roided up and having all those stats that we talked about.
Yeah, you'll defend
Which is why he's never in the Hall of Fame.
You'll defend him until the end of time.
Absolutely not.
That's disgusting.
And he's the greatest player of all time, but he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
What do you like?
Give me the Bengals plus 1.5, and give me the over 47.5. I think it'll be a shootout, but I think the Bengals win.
What is it? 47.5?
47.5.
50-55. What do you like, Ron?
I like the Bengals too. I love Jim Harbaugh. I like the Bengals. I think the Bengals can't lose this game.
They cannot. I think they're probably.
Do they still have a chance?
I think if they lose this game, they're probably out.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
but
every
do they
game
still
at
have a
this.
chance
Yes.
if they win this
Yeah,
Yeah.
their odds with them losing. I think with the Colts losing and somebody else losing, they ended up like their odds went to like 40% or something. So they're not out at all. They have
They're
to.
40%
I
right
believe
now.
it was 38. Hang on.
That's crazy because I feel like they got to like lose 1 or 2 games the rest of the way.
Let's see. Percentage to make the playoffs.
Unless their schedule's easy the
Blah,
rest
blah,
of the
blah,
year.
blah.
I hate these percentages.
This
to make
game
the
has to.
playoffs.
This game's definitely a make or break for theirs.
It has to be. I thought the Ravens game was, to be brutal.
Jesus, they're 4-6.
With
Yeah,
a
it was. I think so.
Yeah, with a win over the Chargers, their odds will jump up to 53. With a lose,
with the lose.
loss.
English no good.
2 S's. Drop the
Tarzan.
So the thing is,
22%.
the thing is, they're.
22? Whoa.
I'm surprised it's that high at 4-7. The thing is, the rest of the year is kind of easy. They have a bye week. Then they have the Steelers, but they have 2 weeks to prepare for the Steelers. Then they have the Cowboys. They're gonna beat the Cowboys. They're gonna beat the
Zach
Titans.
Taylor ain't Andy Reid.
They got the Browns. Then they have the Broncos. They should win all 5 of those games. And then they have the Steelers last game of the year.
Yeah, the division situation with the.
They're gonna be
AFC
9-10
North
or
is crazy.
10-9.
Bananas.
Steelers have played
They
no
haven't
division
played a
games,
single
and
divisional
they're gonna
game.
play 6 in the last 8 games.
Roger Goodell is
crazy.
so stupid. Stupid. And he probably has no part of that conversation, but who cares because he's stupid.
Who does?
47.5?
Bengals are gonna win this game.
How do they make the
47.5?
schedule? It's interesting.
See, that's tough because the Chargers are gonna make this as like hard as
Chargers?
they possibly can. 47.5. What's the score gonna be? It's gonna be
It's kind of a lot of points.
That's why we do this every week.
24-20. 24-20. Give me the under. 47.5.
Whoa.
Bengals plus 1.5. Under 47.5. It's gonna be close, but the Bengals are gonna like every game from here on out with the Bengals is like circled like. I need this.
Joey Cool's record in November and December. Have you like seen
You're
those
right,
stats?
yeah.
He is
Turns it on.
the best quarterback in the NFL. It's unbelievable.
27-21. Bengals win this game. Give me the over.
Over.
By a half?
Yep.
By a
27-21.
halfer.
Bengals
Wow.
win this game.
halfer.
Okay, we're on our last pick, the Monday Night Football.
Can we flex this one out of here?
See, right, yeah. Why do you not
Can
flex
we
this out?
flex this one out of here?
So it's the Cowboys at home against the Texans. The Cowboys are getting 7.5, and the over/under is 42.5. We're up to you, Ron.
Why do I have to go first in all the hard ones? Like, Houston is like barely squeezing games out. Now they're going to be minus 7.5 at a terrible Dallas team. But it's
Cooper
like,
Rush, baby.
These poor Cowboys.
oh
Just a
God.
disaster.
Poor Cowboys. Ugh.
No, I mean, yeah.
I'll never
it's
feel bad for the Cowboys.
How about the sun situation? That this guy builds a
like
stadium.
the sun
Yeah.
in the sky?
Yeah, the sun.
Like what the Earth revolves around?
That
Correct.
thing?
Okay.
The
What about
heat
it?
And the light and all that shit?
1 million
Well,
Earths
mostly light.
can fit inside the sun. Fun fact for
1
you.
million Earths can fit
Inside the sun.
That
Correct.
seems like it's not real.
Nope. It is. It is.
1 million Earths
1
can
million
fit
of them.
inside the sun?
1 million of them. And our sun is not even a big sun.
That's
It's not even a big sun.
So many Earths.
It's a mediocre sized sun.
Is it 1
Maybe
million?
a little smaller.
You're a mediocre sized sun.
G loves space.
I love space.
Big space guy.
Big space guy. Yes.
Space is cool. Space is cool.
8 minutes from the light from the sun to reach Earth. 8 minutes. So when you look at the sun, you're looking 8 minutes into the past.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
The sun. Can we get back to it?
S-U-N.
I
S-U-N.
don't think we can. 1 million Earths can fit
I'll look it up
inside
right
the
now.
sun.
I'll show you.
That seems unlikely.
It's got to be like 999.
1.3 million Earths.
Can fit inside the sun.
Yeah, but you
That's
know,
how big the sun is.
the,
How far away
the
is the
internet
sun?
can tell you anything.
8
What
light
do you
minutes.
What are you getting at on the old Wikipedia?
8 light minutes.
Did you edit it?
8 light minutes?
8 light minutes.
That
I don't know how far that is.
It's
But
got to be like
Whose
200 or
legs?
300 miles.
Who's like?
200 or 300 miles. Yeah, it's from here to Boston.
Well, Buffalo's only 6.5 hours away.
Oh, right, yeah. Are we going or what?
It's basically like us.
I'm
going-
down to go.
All right.
I'm down for that.
I'm down to go.
Should we
Maybe get some wings while we're
They're
there.
playing. They're
or-
playing very close to Christmas.
or-
December 22nd.
Or we go to the sun because it's the same distance.
Oh, it's the same distance.
I hear it's nice and warm there.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too hot to be comfortable.
Which
Maybe you're better off going during.
beyond the 1.3 million
That's a
in
good
there.
question.
Well, you're better off going
question,
to the
right?
sun when it's winter, when it's a little cooler. The sun.
Right. It probably slows down a little bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
daylight savings time, so the sun's even further away, so it might be like 7 hours or 6.5.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
7.
It might be the time.
November's
to
a great time of year.
It might be the time.
It's
to
like
go.
going to the
7 hours.
Galapagos in June.
Right. It's like not going to Florida in July because hurricanes.
I hope Tom edits this and he's like, I'm taking this out.
But it just makes sense. Like you don't go to the Bahamas in August because there could be a hurricane. You go.
I thought hurricane season was over.
Hurricanes.
You go to the sun in November because it's a little bit further away and a little bit cooler.
Did you say Galapagos?
I did.
Is that a real place? I thought they made that up.
The Galapagos.
My cousin went
I thought it sounded funny,
I
so
thought it was
said it.
Galapagos.
So they're playing the Pats on the 22nd, and then playing the Jets the 29th.
Ugh, I'm disgusted.
Oh my God.
Those
Can we
are
make
the
these
two.
picks? Can we make these?
Let's
picks?
They play the Niners on the 1st.
Let's spend New Year's there.
In Buffalo, New York.
What you guys do? No, I froze my ass off. It was sick.
Nothing says raining in the new year like freezing your dick off in 7 feet of snow.
I hear it's a real dump up there.
Wait,
like,
can
it's
we-
just
can we get
nothing
back?
but
Do you want to know
football.
what's there? The Bills.
The Bills. That's it. And wings. Buffalo wings.
That's fair.
Probably some great wings up there.
You're a big wing guy.
Big every
Always,
Sunday. Every
always.
Sunday I grill myself wings.
You've
That's
always
my
been a
tradition.
wing- You've always been a wing guy.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, he's a big wing
He's
guy.
always
Every
been a wing
Sunday.
guy.
Do you think there's like a number one wing place in Buffalo that like in Philly there's like one for the
I would imagine,
cheesesteak?
but I imagine there's two number one places.
Right, yeah.
The number one tourist place.
Yes,
And then the number
the
one
place you really
local
wanna go.
place, and
Yeah.
that's the place you want to
Yeah,
go to.
and
Yeah,
the
don't go to
tourists-
Del
And
San.
the
Yeah.
tourists
You don't go to
don't
those
want you
two.
They don't want you to know
Yeah,
about
exactly.
local places.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, the Cowboys.
No. Anyway, we were back to the sun. I'm trying to get the sun point out.
1.3 million.
What are you?
What are you even saying about the
At
sun?
Cowboys Stadium, CeeDee Lamb was in the end zone and dropped a
Made
clear
up.
touchdown
Made up.
The sun's not even real. dude.
because the sun was coming into the window that
Yeah.
Jerry Jones built
What
the
about the
stadium
wall,
around.
though?
Can
For
I ask you something?
fuck's sake,
Can I
can
ask
I
you
get
something?
this out?
If the Earth is flat, how did the sun?
If. You're one of those round
CeeDee Lamb
earthers.
dropped a touchdown because the sun was in his eyes because Jerry Jones will put curtains up. Okay?
Curtains.
Okay?
It's a 20.
All right, it's out. It's out.
It's a $20 billion stadium, and they're gonna have curtains
Imagine 90-foot curtains.
for Bed Bath and Beyond.
I swear to God, it was a conversation. He asked, CeeDee Lamb was like, yeah, we should put curtains up. And then they asked Jerry Jones about it. He's like, we're not doing that.
Bed Bath and Beyond curtains on a $90 billion
that
stadium.
cost them a 20-point loss instead of a 30-point loss.
Was the sun in his eyes?
Can we please move?
Yeah,
on?
100%.
How do you know?
Do you want to see the video? It's
Hey,
so blatantly
Hey, do you want
bad.
to know what matters? Who gives a shit? That's what matters. They lost by 1 billion points.
Gold jacket,
We literally
green
went out to
jacket.
space for that conversation because I bring up the sun, and we come back, and I can't even get the point out. We want curtains.
They lost by 50 fucking points.
Fair.
The boys are at home.
And they will lose against 50 again. They will lose against 50 again.
No.
That's an interesting sentence. Can you elaborate?
The Bills will win that game. The Cowboys plus 7.5 against Texans, 42.5. George.
I do want to point
No,
out.
I was up.
George
Didn't
Allen
you?
gave his pick.
Didn't you give your picks?
No.
Oh, you just made the curtain comment.
He's not up.
Well, I tried
You're not
to.
up. You're not up.
It started at me.
No,
Because I said, why do you keep giving me the hard games?
This is why this might be my last.
This will
doing
never
this.
work. This will never, ever work.
Ron, the boys are at home plus 7.5.
Go ahead, Ron.
Texans.
Now let you go first. I don't want to take this first.
I'm going to throw.
I do want to make one point.
What?
Pluto is not a planet.
Says who?
Pluto's not a planet.
What's wrong with Pluto, dude?
It's a dwarf planet.
You're a fucking dwarf.
It's the
planet.
biggest of its own.
What about Uranus?
It's Uranus. Grow up. Grow up.
Yeah, you know who said it's Uranus? Your mom.
I think the Texans absolutely crush the Cowboys here. Even though they really haven't looked good in almost any game.
That's true.
They have never fired on all cylinders in any game. The
We
Texans
keep saying they're gonna hit their
I just think they are what they are.
Nice.
Thank you.
I think they are what they are at this point. They are a mediocre team. They'll win some games, they'll lose some games. Now I just opened this.
We owe a shot.
Oh,
true.
Idiot.
They'll win some games and lose some games. But this game, the Cowboys, they are just abysmal. They have a horrible defense. They're not going to be able to score anymore. So give me the Texans minus 7.5 and give me the under 42.5 because I just don't think the Cowboys are going to score. I have no faith in them scoring. You see Jerry Jones talk about Dak Prescott
No.
in an interview?
By the way, is Dak really hurt, or is that like a he stinks and we're just gonna?
Well, it's like
say he's
I think
on the
it might be a DJ Uyunglele situation where Florida State,
No fucking way.
they were horrible.
You definitely added a lay in there.
I did.
It's way too many letters. What do we in? Hawaii?
Uyunglele.
Hey, who gives a
Yeah, I
shit?
think that's it.
Lay.
No.
Do you think he's actually hurt, or is this like a?
I think
we'll put him in the IR
I
instead
think
of just benching.
Oh, they said his
ass?
hamstring ripped off his bone.
Is that real?
Didn't look like it was real.
Is he getting surgery? I feel like that's been up in the air for.
I got a good.
How do you
medical
not know if you're
background.
getting surgery or not for a week or two?
This is my point. So like, it
Yeah,
seems
they
like it's
won.
one of those weird things where like, all right, we want to bench him, but we don't want to.
like if he's on the IR and it's gonna be like your season's done, like give him the surgery then.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
But what was my point? Yeah, that.
No, don't crack that.
Oh, jeez. Ow.
Idiot.
In an interview, someone was like to Jerry Jones. They were like, "Do you think you guys lose as bad with Dak Prescott at quarterback this last week?" And he was just like, "Do you have short-term memory?" Like he said something. And he was like, "Did you see us the rest of the year? We haven't won with Dak Prescott."
Whoa.
So yeah, he directly called him out.
So that even
Yeah, that's
leads
smart.
me
Call
even,
him out when you just paid him a bunch of money. and you are the
$65
reason that your
million
team sucks.
or
that
whatever
leads
it
me
is,
even
yeah.
more to my point that like, do you think he's actually hurt, or they just want to bench him without saying they're going to bench him?
I don't know, but I've never had faith in Dak
getting
Prescott.
serious. What
do you
He's
like,
he
Ron?
can't win a Super Bowl, Dak Prescott.
What do you like, Ron? I agree.
30-10. It's gonna be the score. 30-10.
Cowboys?
Give me Houston minus 7.5. I guess I agree. They will have to catch their Stroud soon.
I don't think they ever will. I think that's just the season they're in. I think it's a little sophomore slump for them, and I just think this is the team they are this year.
I mean, their defense is good enough to stop Cooper Rush from scoring anything, right?
Whippany Park's defense is good enough to stop Cooper Rush.
Whippany Park
Wow.
football.
Throwback. Hang on. Let's see the over-unders here.
I hate
42 and a
I
half.
hate the Texans minus 7.5. And I'm on the boys every week, and I lose every week, and I still hate the Texans.
So it's over, under,
It's a lot of
over,
point. The
over,
hook is what
over,
fucks me up.
under,
The-
over.
Those 3.5, 7.5, 6.5, those are the big hooks.
All right, you know what? Give me Houston minus 7.5. Give me the over 42.5 because I think Houston could get a little hot here. And they could let up some stupid shit. They have to. Another one. They have to win this game.
I might go for 20.
They don't have they have to win this game for a team situation. They're going to win the division, no problem. Which, by the way, preseason was minus 135. That was the easiest bet in the world.
layup.
I'm taking the Texas minus 7.5. I don't love it, but I'm taking the Texas minus 7.5 because the Cowboys
I took the under.
are a disaster.
You took the
I'm
under.
also taking the under 42.5, and I don't love that either. So I hate both. That's it. That's our picks. We're up to our sure things.
Yeah, fuck.
I know
I'm not-
mine. If you guys want me to go, I'll happily
I do want you to go.
So my sure thing of the week is the Falcons plus 2.5 at the
Knew
Broncos. I don't give a flying fuck. Look at the alt lines, minus 2.5 for the Falcons, maybe even minus 6.5. I think the Falcons come back angry from last week, and I think they beat the shit out of the Broncos. I don't buy the Broncos. I think that they're
a buy or sell.
I think that they're
Still.
a legitimate
Yeah.
football team that could win games, and they have, and I think they look pretty good. I don't buy them. Give me the Falcons plus 2.5. That's my sure thing of the week.
Yeah, they're still a buy or sell team.
Love
you
that.
can either buy them or sell them.
Love that.
I'll go next.
Yep.
Give me. This might be a trap. I've been struggling with my sure things. I started 2-0. I've
Take the Packers.
fired off 3 straight non-winners, but give me the over 46.5 in the Chiefs Bills.
I love that. Yeah.
I think that game's going to be like 35-33. Like I don't even think it's going to be close.
That was the one, yeah. So I want to go a little bold, but I'm 5-0.
Bold move,
I'm
Colin.
5-0 in the sure thing, so I don't want to fuck it up on something because I was looking at like the Steelers and I was looking at the Bills. But those
I
were-
was going to go against the Jets and take Colts plus 3.5.
yeah.
I was thinking that, but I was a little too.
You can't do anything with the Jets.
I was a little too bold.
Can't do anything.
I went bold last week with the Jets -1.5.
Can't do anything.
I'm done with it.
They're disgusting, disgrace.
I'm just taking locks. Give me locks. Cream cheese with locks.
Between two
Big
here.
locks guy.
Locks.
Big locks
Now
guy.
48.5 in the Niners game. Let me just do some research here.
Oh.
The Niners, I had my sure thing last week was the Niners Bucks over 50.5, and it did not hit. I actually don't even think it came close.
Niners Bucks. Yeah, I think
I'm
that was
two.
a
What are
little
you?
swing.
What are
I'm
you?
2 and
5 and
3.
0? I think I'm also 2 and 3. I was 2 and 2, and then now
I started 2-0,
Yeah. Oof.
and I think you started 0-2.
I did. And then I
So
went
you've
2 and
kind of
2,
turned it around. I'm
Yeah.
going the opposite
But I
direction.
lost last week. I thought that Niners and
48.5.
Bucks.
It's not
game
a
was gonna
low.
be
Yeah.
shootout.
All right, so basically,
CMC didn't get in the end zone.
Ugly.
I'm between the Niners over 48.5 or the Rams -4.5 at the Patriots.
That game scares me a little bit.
Give
What was the other one besides Rams? What was the other one you're on?
Over
the
48
over in the
Niners
48.5.
game. What did the Niners have?
I have
The
both of
Seahawks.
those.
Give me the over 48.5 in the Seahawks and Niners game.
I like that.
I think that could be it.
I think Seahawks are going to score.
I think
I want to keep this streak going.
that.
If I can go undefeated in these short things, that would be
I like that.
fucking
Yeah, I like
beautiful.
I like that. So Ronnie is
is
5 and 0 in his sure thing. So tail this guy. He's hot.
You are hot. You are hot.
We're gonna have a bounce back week. We're gonna figure it
Bounce
back
back
out. Somehow we still didn't end up too terrible last week. We're all up units, 18, 28, and 30, something along those lines.
Exactly what it is.
I'm looking at this board this week. I'm seeing it.
I like this board.
I might go
last
28-0
week.
this
I
week.
like
Last
this
2
board a
weeks. The
lot
last 2
more.
weeks I didn't like
I
the
might
board.
go 28-0 this week.
Come on.
I didn't
I
like
might.
it. I didn't
I
like
might.
the board the last 2 weeks. I do like it this week.
I'm chalking up my last 2 weeks to pneumonia. That's what I'm doing.
That's a good
That's what I'm
out.
doing.
It's a good out.
That's what I'm doing.
That's a good.
I did no research.
Yeah.
I did nothing. I didn't even watch the games for 2 weeks in
We
a row.
also didn't shotgun beers.
I couldn't.
drank a rusty
I
beer.
couldn't
That
breathe.
threw me off.
That threw me off a lot. You're rusty.
I was just
didn't
sitting there
have a beer
watching you
last
guys.
week. Speaking of, we owe you one more shotgun. Thank you
yes.
for tuning in. We're going to cut it after this.
Cuddy.
Keep following us. Why Not Us Show on Instagram. Keep watching us on YouTube. We have a lot of fun. Hope you guys do too.
Might be on Valley Sports again on Thursday. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
And if
Probably
so,
should.
click
People-
the fucking add the bet slip.
People are tailing us on that. You can see
Big time.
what
Yes, you
people
can.
take the
And guess
bets.
what? If you
We were
tailed-
top of the homepage last week.
Hey,
Hey, we're
guess
on.
what?
We're on twice, and we hit twice. They're up money.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on us.
And you could be too.
And this is what we do.
All right.
Cheers to Why Not Us. This one is for the Falcons and the over.
Love the Falcons +2.5. That's a nice one. It's a little sketchy, but I like
It's
it.
super sketchy, but
And what was yours,
they should
G?
win that game. G had the Bills over and the Chiefs.
46.5.
That I love.
That's chalk.
I love all.
But-
That's
I love
chalk.
all.
You think so?
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo. They go down better and better.
That's crazy.